What's going on, guys? I got like 4 picks for you guys today, but basically an entire projection sheet for the matchup of bait versus FORZE. So there's gonna be tons of value in the video today. But real quick, man, I just want to hit a recap. I know I didn't post a video yesterday. I was busy doing live plays and we were watching COD all day and cashing, man. So we didn't have time to make a video at the end of the day. But we're gonna drop a video for CS2 for tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. But basically, what we ended up doing was just doing a bunch of live plays today. And let me tell you, man, we had a fantastic day. Everyone went up like us. I mean, we went like 8-2 on live plays, so we had a phenomenal day. A lot of people turned $5 into $120. A lot of people turned $100 into like $750, and I'll show you guys how in just a second. But basically, with Call of Duty, we like to do live plays because once maps release, it's much easier to predict them. The lines are still very sharp, so you gotta kind of be surgical with it, and I'll show you how we like to do that. But real quick, let me just go through it. We started off here. We had Envoy for over 22.5 map 3 kills and Hydra over 25 map 3 kills. We went with this. New York never really plays Invasion, so we didn't know what to expect, but we knew that Envoy was a demon and Hydra was a demon on this map. So sure enough, Envoy drops 41, doubles his line, and Hydra drops 30 to clear his line by 5. So easy reads. That one was a cash, good way to start it. Then we went with this one right here. We had a Dashi and a BZ for over map 1 kills. Sure enough, Dashi hit 24, cashed his line. A BZ hit 30, cashed his line. Here's the chat. Everyone did this little screenshot I got in that moment when we all cashed. Everyone's all happy, everyone's cashing. See that? And then we scroll down, we kept going. These are the live plays. Optic might slam them though. We had Shotzi 25, a BZ 24, basically 25. Sure enough, man, Shotzi finds that last kill towards the end, and a BZ cleared his line by 6 kills. So surgical reads, man, came clutch for us. That was a plus 90. Then we go down here. This is the play I shared. Kismet under and Pred over for a sub base, right? So this one was one of those surgical reads, man. We knew that Optic would probably slam Kismet. I actually predicted this one to be 151 to 250. It ended up being 147 to 250 or vice versa, one of those. But yeah, man, it was surgical because it cashed, bro. Kismet only got 22. Pred flew over his line, man. He got 11 more than his line, so that was an easy cash for him. And here you go. Everyone's giving me props. He said, what a read. Jared Sense, thanks. I'm Jared Sense. Yeah, good shit, bro. Let's fucking go. Good shit, y'all. That got a little hairy. It did get a little hairy in the end because Kismet was trying to make a comeback. He started getting some multi-kills, but I mean, he didn't do much the entire map, so he gave us a lot of safety. So he would have had to do a lot more to clear his line. So luckily, we ended up cashing that. Yeah, then moving on to the map 3, we had Skies for less and Kenny for less, and Kenny actually popped off on this map, man. He got like 22, but we figured that on Invasion Control, Optic was just gonna slam them, man. That's what we figured. And then here we go. We had Kenny. He got 22, and Skies only got 10, man. So that was an easy read right there. Then you got everyone right here. Here I was surprised because Kenny was popping off. I was like, oh, down we cash, and everyone's cashing unders. LFG, cash, OMG, 1.5. WTF, let's go, cash, everyone's hyped. So I just take a screenshot of these to show you guys what kind of vibes we have in there when we're doing these live plays. It's really fun. Then here's another one. We put this map has banger written all over it, but these lines have hook written all over it. But we threw $30 on it either way. These lines were super high, man. We had Hydra, he needed 26, and Shotzi needed 25. Sure enough, man, Hydra gets 37 and Shotzi gets his 25. So that cashed us. And then you see everyone right here. They're saying, let's go, cash. Shotzi, let's go, let's go. This guy's dropping the Wolf of Wall Street. Let's go. And then everyone's just going off, man. Like Jared, the LFG cash. You could tell everyone's hyped in there, man. We were making a lot of money today. Like I said, we ended up going like 8-2. Then this one right here was a light play, man, because it was $10. I believe this was for the Karachi map 1 in the grand final. So we were kind of like, Karachi could be iffy. These lines are very sharp. We just threw $10 on it. And then we had Draza at 24 and Dashi at 23. Sure enough, Dashi gets his 23 and Draza flew over his line at 28, man. So I mean, whenever we see Karachi, Draza's the first guy to come to mind. And actually on Thursday I posted a video for the FaZe in New York matchup, and I gave you guys projections like the ones I'm gonna give you guys today. I gave you guys projections. It was saying I told you guys we either see Karachi or Rio map 1. We actually ended up seeing Rio map 1, and Draza had a field day, man. And I gave you guys that Draza play too, and I also gave you guys a Celian play. But basically, if you guys tailed any of those picks from that other video, you guys should have made a lot of money for free on the YouTube channel. So shout out to you guys if you tailed. If not, I mean, you missed out, but we got some more tonight, except for Csgo. But yeah, here's the results. Everyone was going crazy as always. They're just commenting banger. Let's go. Everyone's happy. So W's in chat, man. I told them let's take a moment to appreciate what a banger day we had today with the Call of Duty live play. Some of us turned $5 into 100. Some others turned 100 into 700. So it was a great way to end the major. Now let's take some profit and start the week with CS2. That's exactly what we're gonna do in the channel here today. We're gonna start the week with CS2, and before I get into that, let me just show you guys. Let's just see how everyone in the server did today. So this is March 24th. Started off with some CS caches. My boy Louis Jazz, he has a channel over here and he shares all his plays. You can find his plays here on Louis. The community loves him. This guy always stacks matches on CS, and I mean obviously he's cashing. Look at this. He got Zortek, Gokushima, Nafani, and Selter. So, I mean a lot of people tell him, man, and they cash like 3-4 slips at a time and make a shit ton of money. So that guy, he's one of those match stack guys, and he goes crazy with it. So obviously he's made a lot of money for people in the server, and we gave him a channel. He's been going crazy ever since. So that's how the day started. Everyone was doing those at 7:30 a.m. Then you see you got the people that were telling him. This guy's giving him a shout out. He said Louis lifted my curse. He cashed 2 slips with him, and bam bam. And this is where the Call of Duty plays started hitting. I was just posting them here as we cashed them. Here you got Chewy. He tailed that. He cashed that for 15. You got Chaotic. He cashed that. He cashed that. These are all the slips that I was dropping as well. He was just cashing them. Got some hockey slips cashing right here. This guy's giving Fonzie a shout out. Fonzie's our second half GOAT right here. He has his own channel here as well. Very consistent, man. This guy hits like 90% of his slips. Everyone loves him in here. He does second half for NBA. You guys will get quickly acquainted with him if you join the server, man. He's very good at what he does. He's made a lot of money here in the server, so shout out to Fonzie. Trey Prince here, he's giving him a shout out. And right here, this is some more of the Call of Duty plays. You got Chewy, he's cashing more of those COD slips. And right here, there go that boy. He's giving me a shout out. These are all the slips he tell today. Look at all that money he made, man. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 green slips, man. So shout out to him for telling. Good risk, good reward. There goes Chewy again, dropping more of the slips that we were catching, man. So I mean, clearly everyone was telling these and just having a blast. Look at this. KD got him. He was telling. He hit 112 here. And then look at all these green slips, man. Banger day. He said, I woke up late, still came out with hella profit. Thanks to Jared Sands, OG is Prodigy, and everybody who sent in slips. So you could tell he's happy, man. He got his money's worth today. And then Tintin, Too Easy, Jared Sands, then thanks for the COD play. And I mean, as you can see, look at all this green right here, man. This green. So shout out to them for telling. This guy Monk also cashed. Got some NBA cashes right here. Probably community plays. Then you got right here Dwayne. He said, thanks, fellows. Cash, he was also telling the COD plays. Then you got Jacoby. Here's all my dubs for today. Shout out to Jared Sands for most of the COD picks. And then myself and Louis Jazz be tearing it up with CS2. Up about 15 units, around $750 profit. Let's fucking go, boys. Shout out to you, Jacoby. This guy actually is a demon on CS2. He has his own channel as well, but he was telling COD today. And as you can see, he made a lot of money. Look at this, man. He said, God mode. Blessed. I probably have 4 or 5 more, but I can't go back that far. That's enough. And Black Tony Stark said, today was a good day. Shout out to Jared Sands, my guy is the GOAT. I appreciate that, bro. I'm glad I cashed you today. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, and most people didn't post their slips in here. They posted them in the Call of Duty chat when we were actually in there. Everyone was spamming their W slips once they got them. So I try to tell them to post in here, but sometimes they just don't do it. And it's all in here somewhere. So yeah, we got the CS2 chat, the NBA chat, the Call of Duty chat, and the Bandit chat, which is like the general chat. And we got all these channels with the mods that post slips for whatever they're good at. And we got some really good mods, man. They're very consistent and they just make a lot of money for the server. But I'll quit yapping about that. If you guys want to join, it's 50 cents a day. That's $15 a month. There's a link down below in a pinned comment somewhere or in the description. Hit that link and join the server, man. We'd love to have you. What you'll get out of it is so today I'm giving you this projection sheet for free, and I'll explain what it all means in a second. But basically, not only will you get this sheet, but you'll get all the sheets that I make every single day for Call of Duty and for CSGO. Plus, you'll get my access to my channel where I also post my personal slips, the slips that I put my own money on. So you'll see basically my favorite plays. Usually it's like a 3-man or a 4-man, sometimes a 6-man. And then obviously the live plays that are all 2-mans, right? The Call of Duty live plays and also the CSGO live plays, the map 3s. So tons of value already, man. It's only 50 cents a day. But you don't only get that, you also get Fonzie's channel. You get all these guys' channels for the different sports that they do, and they're also very good, man. They bring tons of value to the server. So shout out to the mods. They're really good at what they do. I appreciate everyone in the server. But all right, you guys came for some CSGO picks, so I'm going to deliver. I'm going to give you guys a projection sheet, and I'll try to find value out of the picks that I liked in here, the picks that I would personally put my own money on, but doesn't mean I did, but it's what I probably would if I was going to. Like I said, if you want the picks that I put my own money on, you hit that link, bro. It's only 50 cents a day. But look in here, we got bait versus FORZE. This is where you want to start. You want to start up here when you're looking at these projection sheets. It's basically a formula that I made myself, and it's been proven to work for the past like 2 years that we've been doing this. Basically here we got 50-50 odds, so that's a good sign of this not being a blowout, right? And then they also got equal form, and their form is basically something you find in their analytics. You can see their current form ranking, and it's kind of just like a diagram that shows how they've been performing as of late compared to each other, right? So you can see kind of where their skill gap is. So it's another good little tool to use. So we got 50-50 odds and equal form. This is signs of a banger game, right? So the next step we do is we try to predict maps by predicting the maps they're gonna ban and the maps they're gonna pick, right? So in this case we got Nuke, Anubis, and Ancient. So these are the maps that I'm thinking we pick. Goes under map 1, right? So you got map 1, and then you got highlighted map 1 and 2 and map 1 and 3. So that means that Nuke is for sure, we're thinking Nuke is for sure gonna get picked, and Anubis and Ancient could be flipped, right? So that's why we got these two projection columns right here. One's showing us for 1 and 2, which is Nuke and Anubis, and one's showing us for 1 and 3, which is Nuke and Ancient. So what we want to do here to find value is just we're giving ourselves a safety net of 2 maps that might be picked, and we want to compare value across both these columns. So we know that in case they don't go Anubis, they go Ancient, that they'll still have solid numbers, right? But really the key is to compare projections across highlighted map combinations and look for consistency. And that's what we're going to do here in the video, and I'm going to give you guys some plays that I personally like. So we got Nuke. We wrote a little note. It says banger potential, 21 rounds projected. Now we got our little formula, which is the kill per rounds, right? We multiply that with the rounds projected, and that gives us kill projections. Then the kill projections multiplied by the headshot percentages on that map, that gives us headshot projections. So that's the little formula we use. Now let's try to find value compared to the lines. So if you want to just understand the sheet, really what you want to do is look at the map combinations that are highlighted, so maps 1+2 and maps 1+3, and compare the lines, compare the consistency, right? So for example, Captain Kirk is projected 27 here and 26 here. So I mean, he's projected to get about 27 kills because it's 26.8. So that's about 27 kills projected on both maps. So I mean, there's a good chance he's gonna get 27 kills tomorrow. Really, the ones you want to avoid are kind of like, our plays kind of like Essential, man. He's got a line here. He probably has a line at like 25, and here he's projecting 24, which is right under, and then over here he's projecting 27. So I mean, the maps are gonna make a big difference for him. So it's kind of like a coin flip, right? If they end up going Anubis, he's probably going under. He'll probably hook you by 1. If they go Ancient, he might go over by 4. So it's kind of just like, but when you're looking for value, man, you really want to just beat the lines and find the value where there's consistency, because we really can't predict the future and tell what map they're going to pick right away. So we try to give ourselves the best odds no matter which way they go. And that's why we highlight certain plays that we like now. Now there's some on here that might look like they have value, but I didn't highlight them. That just means that for whatever reason, I didn't personally like it. My gut said something bad about it, or just, I don't know, I just had a bad feeling about it, so I didn't highlight it. The highlighted ones are just my favorite picks, on my personal opinion. You don't have to tell them. Feel free to do your own, to screenshot this and make your own picks off of these, but I'm gonna share the ones that I thought were good, man. So Wrinkle kills, man, he has a line at 30, right? So he's projected 31.6, and then over here he's projected 30.69. So arguably you could say this is a good pick simply because both of them go over. Well, one is at push, right? I mean, this line is sharp, man, but remember, these are only projected 21 rounds and 20 rounds. So if this game is the banger that it's supposed to be, like the 50-50 odds and the equal form suggest, and Nuke ends up being like 23-24 rounds, he'll likely go over this right here, over this line right here, because these are projections based on these rounds, which is 21 and 20. And we never like to go crazy with the projections and put them too high, because then everyone's gonna be over, right? So we like to put them kind of the average. And when a map is gonna be competitive, we give them 21 rounds, which is a 13-8, which is pretty much going the distance. So we'll call it banger potential, right? You could do 21 or 22 being banger potential, because it could go even longer than that. And then when you got competitive, it's usually 20 rounds, which is a 13-7. So it was competitive enough for everyone to find kills, right? Each team's got a couple rounds. They changed a few rounds together. But then you got blowout risk when it's 19 rounds. That's when it's like 13-6. It could go even lower. So right here we got some banger potential. So there's some faith in these going higher than what they're projecting. But the fact that Wrinkle reaches his line both times on these amount of rounds projected is a good sign that he's gonna go higher than what's projected, right? So if his line's at 30, I feel good about locking him in for 30, man, and just hoping he gets 31, 32. I mean, there's a great chance of that hitting. So that's one of the picks that I would personally put my own money on. Then you got guys like MPL, man. This guy has a line at 30.5. Now see here, this is why he's highlighted yellow. He's kind of a risk for me, because he's projecting 28 and 28. He needs 31 to cash, so he's under by 3, right? But like I said, this match could go the distance, so it's kind of scary to take his under. So I'll just kind of advise against that. But if you like the risk and you do think this map is gonna be only 21 rounds, then he's likely to hit the under, man. So make your own call. The next guy we're gonna look at is actually Owner. I wrote Owner headshots, but I actually ended up liking his kills more. He has a line at 26. He's projecting 27 and 25. Now 27 is over by 1. 25 is under by 1, so it is kind of in the middle. That's what I mean, that these are more my personal favorite, not really what's agreeing with the projections, because I just use it as a tool. So that's why these are highlighted. But I do think Owner's going to reach 26. Like I said, I think this match is going to go the distance. And the reason why I like Owner so much is because his line is only 26. And if this match ends up being a banger, he could easily get like 35. If any of these maps end up being a banger, I mean, really think about it. There's 2 maps. If you need 26 kills, you just need 13 kills on each. If he gets one map where he gets 20, then you're left with only needing 6 kills in the second map. I mean, there's tons of value there on those lower lines, so that's why I like Owner's line. And he's a very talented player, so I would feel pretty good about going with Owner over 26. You feel free to take your own risk or decide whether you want to do that, because this 25 is under, but I mean, that's on you. After that, we got Shalfie headshots, man. He's projected to get, and this is more for like someone looking for an under here. If you don't think this game's gonna be a banger like the projections suggest, I mean, you could look at Shalfie's headshots, man. He's got 13 projected here and 13.7 projected here. He needs 15 to catch his line. So I mean, he's under by 1, but what I like here is the consistency is 13 and 13, and also his headshot percentage. I mean, his headshot percentage is 52 here, so he might get some headshots on Nuke, man. He might get some headshots on Nuke. But then over here, you got him projected 39% headshots on Anubis and 45% headshots on Ancient. So I mean, that's very low. I really don't think he's gonna be getting too many headshots, and if he does get headshots on Nuke, I mean, it's okay, man. He is projected to get 7 on Nuke and then only 5 on Anubis and 6 on Ancient. So really, I think he might hook that line. I think he gets 13 or 14, but I don't think he gets to 15, man. So I think that's a solid under if you want to take Shalfie's headshots. I got a good feeling about it. Projections agree with me. I'll let you make your own choice. The other guy is obviously Result. Result's a top player, man. He's a top fragger. He's gonna frag tomorrow. He's projecting over his line. I mean, look at this man's KPR, man. In the last month, he's got a .88 on Nuke. He's got a .73 on Anubis, and he's got a .71 on Ancient. So, I mean, tons of value here when you're looking at Results line. His line is at 32.5, so that's where it gets a little iffy. But it's at 32.5 because of the caliber of player he is, man. I mean, look at, he's projecting on a 13-8 map, he's projecting 33 kills. Across 2 maps that are only about 13-7s, 13-8s, he's projecting 33 and 32 kills. So, I mean, there's tons of value there, because if the game goes over, man, he's going to get 35, 36. He might get 40. I like Result. I like his over. You guys feel free to take that risk. That line is very high. Like I said, there is value in Owner because his line is so low. Result has value just because of the caliber of player he is, but his line is very high. Prizepicks isn't going to put his line at 26. So if you think he's going to drop 40, you got to take the risk and take that higher line. I mean, it's high for a reason, right? The 4 picks that I liked out of this matchup, man, and those are the ones that I actually considered throwing into my slip that I already shared on my server. But yeah, if you like these sheets and you want to see all the ones that I got up tonight, they're already up on my server, man. They're already up right here on projections. If you go here to projections, you'll find the 3 slips for the Challengers League. I got 3 projection sheets for them, and I got my slip here posted on Jared. And plus, Jacoby and these guys got slips as well. Fonzie's got some second half slips and an NBA sheet for you already. So tons of value the second you come in, man. You'll get access to my projections. You'll get my favorite picks all put into one slip that you could tell. And you'll join a dope-ass community that's been growing by the minute, man. So shout out to everyone that's joined. Shout out to everyone that's watching these videos. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Drop a like if you want more of these projection sheets. Drop a like if you cashed last week. Drop a like if you cashed on the last video. Drop a comment if you're telling. And aside from that, I hope we make a shit ton of money. And I'll see you guys on the next one.